Oh, fuck yeah! This is my shit right here! Kill me now! So, as you can guess from that title, I'm kind of excited about this. Or rather, that intro. Whatever. So, yes, apparently, while it hasn't been official as of yet, there have been a lot of sites talking about DC in general and new comics coming out from them, from from different writers. And one of them is apparently Grant Morrison taking on the reins of Green Lantern. Yeah, Grant Morrison, the guy who wrote, Batman Incorporated and All-Star Superman, probably one of the greatest, if not the greatest, Superman story of all time. That Grant Morrison. And this isn't Grant Morrison's first, his first rodeo in the Green Lantern universe, honestly. There's been other, Green Lantern stories. I mean, if I recall right, I believe Leslie Pond, the sentient smallpox virus Green Lantern, that was his creation. I also believe he created, what's his name? God, I know Sid Part 2 is watching this right now, and he's probably thinking, you know what it is, dumbass! God, I cannot... It was a Green Lantern who was blind and lived in a cave and didn't know... grew up in a cave, he doesn't know what colors are, he's blind and he's deaf. Something like that. Oh, I'm forgetting his name. I'm forgetting that Green Lantern. But I believe that was also a Grant Morrison creation. Or was it Alan Moore? I know Mogo was a... Yeah, Mogo was a Alan Moore creation. And I know Leslie Pond was a Grant Morrison creation, excuse me. Because who else would think of a sentient smallpox virus as a Green Lantern? Only Morrison. So, honestly, Grant Morrison, I believe this is the first time he's done a ongoing in a while. The last time he did an ongoing was Action Comics in New 52. Since then, I don't believe he's been writing anything ongoing. I think just a few miniseries here and there for Image and a few times for DC. Which is good because, honestly, I was a little scared that Grant Morrison wouldn't come back to, to main big-name comics because him and DC had this falling out a little bit. But he came back, he wrote Wonder Woman Earth 1, he's been doing some other stuff here and there. He's going to be doing a sequel graphic novel to Arkham Asylum, A Serious House on a Serious Earth, set in the timeline of future Damian Wayne. Which I'm so fucking hyped for that one. I am like, so hyped for that. Like, you don't even know. But to have him on an ongoing again, we haven't had that in years, really. And I think he's a really cool choice. Morrison really knows how to play with, cosmic stuff, as well as the dude's kind of weird. Like, like Maynard James Keenan weird from Tool. Like, I would not be shocked if, because Tool, the meanings behind Tool songs are usually very hard. Like, Grant Morrison would go right in and he's like, oh yeah, this is exactly how it would go. Like, Grant Morrison is horrible. I'm gonna send him to the Omega Sanction. Now, I know not everything Grant Morrison has done is, instant gold, but on the whole, Grant Morrison is he's one of my favorite writers, and to have him on Green Lantern, a book that I've haven't really been into since the end of the Jeff Johns run. Because, let's face it, the Jeff Johns run is... I know it's really overhyped, but... I mean, not overhyped, but I mean, everyone talks about, oh, it's one of the, it's one of the most iconic runs in comic history. 'Cause it is! It's right up there, in my opinion, with, the Chris Claremont X-Men run, or the Walt Simonson Thor run. Man, it's one of those legendary runs that you're going to remember. When people think of great runs, Jeff Johns' Green Lantern run is it. But after that, I just kind of fell out. It was just kind of like, I'm falling out on this. But and I know Green Lantern's been very much away from everything that's been going on in the DC universe as of late. Really, the only people who really kind of show up is Hal sometimes, and, we have Jessica Drew and Simon Baz on the Justice League, and soon Jon Stewart back as a new lantern called the Ultraviolet Lantern. Because it makes you ultra-violent. Aren't you smart, Scott Snyder? Did you forget about the Red Lanterns? Whatever. Anyway. So again, I know this isn't fully confirmed, but it's like it's from a few credible sites. Although the only one who's not credible is really like Comic Book Resources. So I was like, take it 50-50. But if this is true, guys, yeah, I am willing to go back to Green Lantern and read the shit out of whatever comes out of Morrison's brain. Let's not forget that, he's done some great stuff, like I said, All-Star Superman, Serious House on a Serious Earth, his JLA run, which was phenomenal. It brought Justice League back to the forefront. But again, I can't defend everything he's written. Final Crisis, if you enjoy Final Crisis, that's totally fine. Me personally, I was like, this is a little too much, Grant Morrison. Anyway. So what was I saying? Anyway, so I'm really excited for that. Another bit of news is that apparently Brian Azzarello is going to be writing Suicide Squad. And I'm not the biggest Brian Azzarello. I mean, I like some of Brian Azzarello's work, and if you're a fan of Brian Azzarello, it's totally fine. But I haven't, like, there's some stuff he's written I was like, this is like, you're trying way too hard to be edgy here, And I know you're writing Batman, but he's trying, I feel like he tries too hard sometimes, but that's just me. But I think Suicide Squad's like a perfect pick for him, because Suicide Squad's built on edgy, especially these days, and you can do freaked out shit and possibly make it really work. So, I'm all for Azzarello on Suicide Squad on a monthly basis. I think that's a good pick. But yeah, all in all, I've been liking this, and I know there's been a few announcements here or there of like new DC writers for new titles. Don't know if that's who else is on there, but all I know is Morrison possibly on Green Lantern with Liam Sharp on artwork, which he did the artwork for Greg Pak's run in Wonder Woman Rebirth. So, and I don't know the artist for Suicide Squad if Azzarello takes the book. So, yeah. Like I said, I am all excited if Grant Morrison takes over for Green Lantern. I'll be back on that book, the day it comes out. Hopefully. Assuming I have money. So you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of Grant Morrison taking over Green Lantern? You guys like it? You guys hate it? Just comment below, let me know. And once again, I hope you all enjoyed this, and I'm out.